Focus. You were sent to save them.
We don't know where they are. We don't know how much time they have left.
If you want me to save them, I have to know which doors lead where.
You can't.
I found one. Looks like I'm in a subway. Moving on.
Roger that. Proceed with caution. Destination is unknown.
Right. Let's see where this leads. Inside a military base. Activating the map maker. Tell me what you can see.
Seems busy out there. Stealthy approach advised.
Too late.
You possess a noble's ambition, but you gravely underestimate the game we play.
You wish to save your men? I wish to maintain balance. Our goals align.
Count your blessings, Northerner. You've still got your head. For now.
Emily?
Check out this brand new upcoming game called The 18th Attic, a horrific psychological horror game which also features a cat companion to help you calm down in the action, and it's coming to Steam. You play as a man trapped in a loop armed only with an instant picture camera. You need to hunt down paranormal anomalies lurking around by taking their pictures and detecting their presence to unravel the haunting secrets of your past. Each photo will unlock a new memory, but beware, they will try to trick you, and some anomalies are not as friendly as the others.
No.
Guess they couldn't handle the cheesy blow. One less cheesehead to worry about.
Giant spice blows will happen, drawing players from all around to try and harvest the spice as quickly as possible. You want to get there first, and you want to try and take as much spice as you can before an enemy guild shows up to try and take it away from you. Now, of course, if you're clever and you start to lose the battle, you might place out a thumper, and that limits the time in which people are able to take spice, because then the big worm is going to show up. The start of the game, Dune Awakening, begins off-world on this large spaceship.
Show yourself, child.
It is here, in the presence of the Reverend Mother, that character creation begins. Now, the first thing you'll do is choose your preset avatar. Some of these are heavily inspired by the Denis Villeneuve movies. Once you've chosen a base visual look, you can then move into the depths of character creation and make choices about how your character feels, both in terms of age, but also a plethora of physical attributes.
Where were you born?
The second phase of character creation is where
water.
you, as a person who may or may not know anything about Dune, get to make choices about who you were before the game starts. Where you come from, what caste you belong to in the Dune universe, and of course, perhaps most importantly, who your mentor was.
Who was your mentor?
Your mentor determines your starting set of skills when you enter the game.
You must have been very young.
Once the bike's been assembled and fueled up, you jump on and you can head out to explore the greater areas of Arrakis. Heading out into the world to explore can be a dangerous experience. And as you explore the universe, you'll find certain dynamic events will occur. In this case, the War of Assassins has claimed a new victim, a ship which falls from the sky, spilling its loot all over the sand. So we head out there to see what we can get, to harvest and gather as much as we can. Of course, the problem is, this is extremely visible to everybody in the nearby area. So people will be able to see this, and so in a PvP area you might suddenly find yourself coming into competition with other players. In a PvE area you might just find other people competing with you to get to the loot first. Now, of course, as mentioned, traveling on the surface at any time risks drawing a sandworm, but there are certain things which we've created to draw players out of their comfort zones. So in this case, there's a special type of sand here on the surface known as flower sand. Flower sand, according to the books, is the softest kind of sand, and players can use it to refine it into a variety of different materials that they need for crafting. So you want to come out into the desert and you want to try and find flower sand, but you have to be wary and pay attention, because as you harvest, you risk drawing the attention of the sandworm. We've awoken the beast. The sandworm is coming. We spent too much time out here, and it's coming to get us. Now you can see in the middle of the screen the indicator showing us that the sandworm is angry, and it's coming after us. And our only option now is to get back to rocky ground, or the sandworm's going to take us. I don't know how those guys survived that, but somehow they managed to get to the safety of the rock island.
The upcoming new Tomb Raider game, tentatively titled Tomb Raider Next, is currently in development by Crystal Dynamics, leveraging Unreal Engine 5 to deliver cutting-edge graphics and immersive gameplay. Amazon Games is publishing the title, marking a significant collaboration to elevate the franchise. The game aims to unify elements of the classic Tomb Raider games and the modern reboot trilogy, creating a fresh yet nostalgic experience for fans. While details about the plot, release date, and specific platforms remain under wraps, the game is expected to introduce a more connected world for exploration and storytelling, potentially involving a larger, more expansive narrative that ties past and present versions of Lara Croft. Recent leaks about the upcoming Tomb Raider game suggest a fascinating shift in its narrative structure. Lara Croft will reportedly face other Tomb Raiders competing for the same ancient artifacts or goals, introducing a dynamic of rivalry rather than collaboration. This premise could expand on themes of greed, legacy, and the moral ambiguity of treasure hunting, setting the stage for a more intense and dramatic storyline. These rivals could play a pivotal role in shaping the game's exploration, puzzles, and combat, as well as its storytelling, creating a sense of urgency and competition that sets it apart from previous entries in the series. Welcome to Project Grey, an upcoming open-world action-adventure RPG being created by one single Korean developer for many years now, hence the quality of the project, and with this official reveal, he hopes to recruit a talented indie team to make the game even better. Project Grey, the story begins with the appearance of an advanced alien civilization called Grey on the planet Asurma. The player is the native Galoso of this mysterious planet and hopes to free his people from these dangerous entities that are more advanced than any planet they visited, almost like they control these planets and are using humans as cattle for their own gain. At first, the Grey are good, but over the course of its story, they are showing their true colors. The main character will gain special abilities through the friendly help of Grey at the beginning, but after discovering the secrets hidden under the exchange, he fights to drive them out. Meanwhile, hidden secrets between his planet Asurma and Grey are revealed one by one. variety of unique enemy and neutral spaceships are scattered non-linearly in the open world, and each spaceship is not limited to a one-time play, but is planned to provide various fun with various strategies through a modular configuration. You'll be able to enter these ships too. The world will include villages with the natives, places to sleep and rest for the day, places to hunt, and of course places occupied by the enemy.
Engaging in firefights may sometimes be the only way out of a tight spot. Other times, being cautious and staying out of sight is the better option to make it out. For raiders hoping to thrive, the Rust Belt is filled with opportunities and secrets, if you know where to look. You'll have to stay vigilant up there on the surface, where an armada of arc machines roam unchecked. Where motives of other raiders remain dangerously unclear. You'll need to be resourceful, work with what you have, and sometimes make plans on the fly. What are you prepared to risk to get what you want? Ultimately, you get to decide what kind of raider you'll become, shaping your own legacy, your raider, and your home. Ark Raiders is a multiplayer extraction adventure set in a distant future here on Earth. Players start in Speranza, one of the few places in the Rust Belt that is relatively safe from Ark machines that occupy the surface. There are thousands of people living down here, and there is always a need for vital materials from the world above. The Raiders are the ones who put themselves at risk, both from Ark as well as other rival raiders, for a price. It is from here that players can reach different parts of the Rust Belt through a network of repurposed tunnels. The raider we are following is on a quest, a job to obtain a seed vault from a research facility deeper into the city. The others in the squad are after medical supplies, some rare parts, and their best lead is a pharmacy nearby.
I found some chemicals.
A red flare is a signal of a raider getting knocked down. But you never really know what happened there until you go look. They've reached the pharmacy now.
Let's get over there.
It looks like they are probably the first ones here. But you can never be sure, so it is wise to double-check your corners.
Hey, Raider.
Don't shoot, I'm a friend.
You wanna split the loot?
Making friends in the Rust Belt is not easy, but that doesn't mean it can't happen.
Shall wither away and rot in the earth's cold embrace. Your soul will never find peace.
I'm having a hard time finding any peace as it is. Have at it, witch!
When Umbra casts absolute darkness upon this land, the corpses of those foolish witches from Tarek will pile into a mountain. I shall stand atop that mountain and witness the arrival of true paradise. Yet, I wished for my son Drake to be by my side.
If you long to see your son ever.
So be it. Let us see how long you jest. I will twist your neck until that insolent mouth of yours is silenced. So that not even a whimper of pain escapes your lips.
The continent of Pywell. A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace and those who seek to shatter it. Here begins the saga of the Grey Names.
There are beings who brought chaos to Providence. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness. We seek to correct this.
I have my own mission, seeking out my Grey-Mane comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the disrupted Providence.
For those who have died, for those who have survived, and for those who will live on, this is our mission.
Ooh, welcome, Rangus employee. Happy birthday, little buddy. Now, at Rangus Meats, we don't just harvest meats, we harvest heroes, and that's you. You see some chunked up little body bits flopping around? Why don't you pick them up? You gotta stay alive. I cannot stress enough, violence is the last resort here at Rangus. Now, most places down on company time, ooh, this is a big no-no. Here at Rangus, that's okay, we got smart meat. Luckily, with the miracle of meat science, you recycle leftovers of your fallen enemies and you get right back to work. Now, just because you got smart meat doesn't mean you got smart brain. You gotta do exploitations, nudge the system and kick the tires. Gonna get a little sauced up, the barrel might start to leak a little bit, but that's okay. Remember, exploitation's a strategy. We harvest the meat, and we optimize employee performance in the field. There you go, buddy. Look at you. Now you're thinking like management. Now, you could do it solo, but you might as well mount up with a crew. Nah, either way, we have discontinued hazard pay, so watch your back, stay sharp. You're gonna run into some real nasty business out there. But you are one tough son of a gun. Heck yeah, meat science!
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Rebel Wolves, a studio founded by former CD Projekt Red developers known for their work on The Witcher series and Cyberpunk. The game is set in 14th century medieval Europe, specifically in the region of Velsangora, and is described as a dark fantasy narrative sandbox, with a strong emphasis on story and non-linear quests. While specific gameplay details are limited, the game is being developed using Unreal Engine 5 and is planned for release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows PC. The developers aim to create a rich, immersive world with a focus on narrative depth, potentially drawing inspiration from their previous work on The Witcher series. The reveal event happening in a couple of days is expected to provide a deeper look into the game's setting, lore, and possibly a glimpse of gameplay, offering fans an opportunity to learn more about this highly anticipated title. It is rumored to feature a strong connection to Dracula-inspired lore and themes, drawing heavily from the mythos of vampires and gothic horror. The game's narrative is reportedly built around themes of immortality, power, and betrayal, with players taking on the role of a protagonist who either embodies or opposes the legendary figure of Dracula or a character inspired by him.